Anyway, this is John for MTG Nexus coming at you with day number 1 of trying to become a Modern Master here on Twitch and on YouTube's. Starting out with the big bad of the format, or at least the number 1 deck going into Keldheim for Color Uro Omnath. This is a control-based deck. Some would argue maybe a mid-range deck. It's trying to leverage the power of the broken Simic cards printed in the last several years, Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, as well as Cryptic Command, Force of Negation, Mana Leak. It's basically a blue soup deck based around Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, and Omnath, Locus of Creation. This deck is a Field of the Dead deck, which is a land that basically says when you have 7 different land types on the battlefield, you start making zombies for each land drop. This includes fetch lands, and snow-covered and basic lands are different land types for purposes of this. And then beyond that, you're using powerful planeswalkers like Run-In 6, Teferi Time Raveler, Teferi Hero of Dominaria. A little bit of early interaction in the forms of Path to Exile, the premier white removal spell in the format, as well as Lightning Bolt. 3 copies of Mana Leak as another early interaction spell to interact with your opponent's spells. 4 copies of Growth Spiral, both to help you cantrip through your deck as well as get lands on the battlefield. Teferi, this is helping to keep your opponent from playing during your turn, as well as this allows you to bounce problematic permanents. Sometimes things like Blood Moon can be a real death knell to a deck like this that has so much going on. Uro, obviously, is the bane of many formats. It's been banned in Standard. A lot of people want it banned in a bunch of other formats. Very, very, very powerful card. Front half, not very exciting. The back half requires you to escape 6 cards out of the graveyard and allows you to put this 6/6 behemoth into play that draws cards, puts lands into play, gains you life, does it all. Cryptic Command is kind of the Swiss Army knife of the deck. Allows you to bounce things, allows you to counter spells, allows you to tap your opponent's creatures down. Omnath, another powerful creature. Basically, it has a bunch of landfall different abilities. The first one, you gain 4 life. Second one, you gain 4 different colors of mana, everything except for black. Third land drop for a turn, you get to deal 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. Notably, this also occurs during your opponent's turn, so you can conceivably play a fetch land, untap, crack that fetch land, gain 8 life over a turn, which can be relevant against decks like Burn. Finally, Hour of Promise allows you to go get various decks out of your deck, mainly looking for Field of the Dead to help close out the game, which gives control decks something they kind of lack a lot of times, which is a kind of low value or low opportunity cost closer in the form of Field of the Dead, other than, straining your mana a little bit. Alright, beyond that, the sideboard, you're looking at things like Celestial Purge right now. Pretty good against a lot of the different things going on, whether it be Death Shadow, whether it be Liliana of the Veil, any of the various prowess decks. 3 copies of Aether Gust, pretty good against the red decks, can also come in against some of the green decks. Pretty good, especially in a couple different spots. Right now, there's a new combo deck floating around in the form of Tybalt's Trickery combo. This allows you to put that on the top of their deck, or to counter basically allows you to counter it for a turn. Mystical Dispute, pretty good against the mirror matches. Other matches you might want to bring this in, or anything obviously involving blue cards, or anything where a bad mana leak is a card. 2 copies of Veil of Summer, very interesting in mirror matches and against discard spells. Gaia's Blessing, a little bit of a hedge against the mill decks in the format, which pop up from time to time, can give this deck issues. 1 copy of Supreme Verdict for creature decks. A couple copies of Soul Guide Lantern for any type of graveyard-based decks, whether it be Oops All Spells, the Mirror Match, etc. And a couple copies of Engineered Explosives when you need efficient mass removal against various different decks. So, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Not sure we'll get through the entire league tonight, but we'll give it a go. This particular list was by BMJ. from the recent Modern Challenge. They went 5-2. Big notable thing about this list is the 3 copies of the Field of the Dead, so we'll see how that goes. But beyond that, not a bunch special about this particular list. We're on the play, which is nice. Definitely keeping. Or sorry. Yeah, stands definitely keep. I said that before I even looked at the hand. But we have Growth Spiral into Teferi with potential Path to Exile here, so seems pretty decent. Only thing we get punished by is like a quick combo draw. So we have interaction for creature decks. Hopefully we're not up against Tybalt's Trickery. But if we are, we'll have better luck in the post-Ward games. Maybe I should have led on one of the... Okay, no, we're up against Elves. Elves could be a bit tricky in game number 1, depending on the situation here. Sure. Sure. Notably, our opponent is lacking a second land. Growth Spiral, put that into play. Fetch one of the Triomes. I think I hold up Cryptic Command here. Feels like the best use of my mana. The heck does this one do? Ever one or more elves onto the battlefield. Create a 1/1 elf warrior token. I feel like this is one I want to counter. Let the trigger happen. Is counter draw or counter tap? I feel like this is counter draw. Let's say opponent's going to attack with Nettle Sentinel first, get their value. Yep, Dwyann's Elite. So what is our play here? Could run in 6, pick up a fetch land. I think I'm interested in picking up Flooded Strand here, so I can get a basic plains to path something this turn potentially. And if they want to waste effort killing run in 6, I'm actually probably happy if they do. Cocoa would be annoying. What the heck does this one do? Okay, that's a new one. Okay, sure. Okay, they're just flat out ignoring Ren. Does that change the math on things? I think it might. Green, green, blue. Okay, that allows us to kill their walker. Sanctuary back path to the top, which I think I'm fine with. Get rid of the token. Pass turn. Yep, collected company is a thing. Alright, showing the pack's definitely a thing. Sure. Cryptic should pretty well lock this up. Alright, friendo, the game's over. Tap all creatures. Alright, opponent concedes. Alright, engineer explosives are probably pretty good. Supreme verdict's pretty decent. Why did you go to the dark side of the force? No! Because it's after dark. Why wouldn't you go to the dark side? Ether gusts seem reasonable. Veil's a cheeky one. I don't think we want to quite go down that road. Question is, what do we trim? Like, we got to be mindful of their planeswalker. We got to be mindful of collected company. But how much? How you doing tonight, War Dog, by the way? Besides, you could almost say I went more to the dark side this morning. This hand's a little sketch with only 2 lands and no real double force of negation. Yeah, this hand feels like a pitch. On the draw, on the draw we'll keep it. Decent. Alright, we picked up a 3rd land, so we're good. Yeah, I feel ya. I feel ya. So Hallowed Fountain's in our hand, which is kind of annoying. And I cannot fetch. Well, looks like they're getting a, oh my, this could get real bad, actually. I played the wrong land here, so I can't even fetch a white source. So they're going to really get to chain off here. Yeah. Because this is going to come in, trigger a dude. So they can get 3 more mana this turn. Elves are going to elves. I just gotta path this main phase. Doesn't feel too good. You didn't go around anyone that had the Rona, did you? Another Archdruidad. Oh boy. We gonna be dead. Oh, that only triggers once per turn? Yeah. But we're still taking a lot. Gotcha. Gotcha. Does Uro Poppy keep us alive? I don't think so. So we go to 7, go to 10. I don't even know what could keep us alive here. I think we're just dead. Not really. It's different for different people. I've had it, so yeah. That's why I was off work for like 2 weeks in the beginning of January, and why I wasn't doing much with streaming or anything, really. I just feel like the Teferi Time Ravelers are just bad in this matchup. I don't know. Sounds alright. Really would like to draw a fetch land, but it's alright. It slices, it dices, it kills elves. You know, as irrelevant as Wrenn and 6 feels from a burn player's perspective, from an elf player's perspective, it's gotta feel pretty bad. We can't quite get back Uro this turn. Can we? 4 mana. It's not really quite the right colors, so I don't think so. More likely to draw a path here. Apparently we're just not likely to draw any of them. Opponent gets to have some fun. They have access to 4 mana. Or more as they play creatures out, obviously. Okay. Collected Company. guess I shouldn't have fetched there quite yet. This allows us to go get Field of the Dead, get a bunch of Zombarinos, and close out the game. Pass turn. Counter target spell. Turn target permanent to its owner's hand. I had another collected company. Yep, stack the triggers correctly, get some elves. Now they get to play a Archdruid. I will be right back in 1 second. I need to go close the bedroom door. Why certain members of my family decide that it's a great time to run the vacuum at freaking midnight, but, you know, whatever. Put it with one card in hand. Bolts. I feel like I want to bolt you. Gain a bunch of life. Swing with everything. Force you to block. That's lethal, friend. Sure. Pin down the mana. Pass turn, have the ability to gain life, and do the stuff. Nice. Sorry you're not feeling well, man. How's work been? Play first, yes I would. It's a little bit soft, but seems fine enough. Especially being on the play. We have Force of Negation, should we need it against some type of combo nonsense. Storm is a possibility. Storm or Prowess? I would suspect Storm, but it could still well be Prowess. Okay, so... guess we could fetch Breeding Pool here. Still could be either deck. Force of Negation up this turn. Okay, it looks like it's Prowess. Oh, Storm it is. Okay, we're a little bit soft to this currently. Really would like to draw a path or something. So all we really had to protect us this turn is a Force of Negation. That sucks, man. Decent chance we could be dead here. Yep, Brawl's the thing. And I get to Grape Shot us for a decent amount. Yep, they're going all face, right? Yep. Fortunately, we're out of resources here, so... you have another Grape Shot. Really? I mean, yeah, I wasn't beating that, so, I mean, sure. Not beating the double Grape Shot draw. Don't think I want to bring in Verdict necessarily. Gust would be maybe okay in some spots, but feels like a little eh. We'll go down in Uro, go down in Omnath. Teferi's not like super great against them. Path's like not super exciting, but still necessary against a little bit of their dorkies. Try like this, I guess. Hand's a little bit on the land light side, but I do think we keep. One card on top, one card on bottom. Forest. Opponent's gonna suspect something's up here with me shocking in, but you know. Okay, I mean, you're giving me the opportunity to mana leak your dude. I'm gonna mana leak your dude. I mean, if they can go off this turn, God bless them. Yep, pieces of the puzzle. Shows Remand, Pyretic Ritual, Ritual. Island. In their hand. Puts Island, Remand, and Pyretic Ritual into their graveyards. So they got Pyretic Ritual and Serum Visions. Allows us to Growth Spiral into Cryptic Command. Yeah, I feel you. That's why, as much as I like completely despise my job, I'm just kind of thankful that I have it. No reason to make a move here, I don't think. What are they trying to set up with a ritual here? Guess we let that go. I mean, Arya's kind of annoying if it resolves. Mystic Sanctuary back, Mana Leak, although it doesn't do a ton here. They have Remand. Mm-hmm. turn. And our opponent concedes. Interesting. The question is, with seeing Aria of Flame, am I more interested in bringing in a Celestial Purge at some number? I think we're keeping this one. Curious if they'll try to jam a Baral. They kept a one-lander? Ooh. I'd feel bad, but nah. They're just trying to lull us into a full sense of security. Apparently that answer is no. Mystical Dispute. Sure, I'm good with putting that back on top. Sure. Fair enough, I suppose. Nice. 2-0 start. I'm going to try one more match. So how is everybody else doing this evening? Hope all is well for everybody. Actually, from what I have read, Storm's actually a pretty rough matchup for this deck. So, But especially the way my leagues have gone lately, I'm not going to have much mercy on anyone. I've had a lot of 2-3 leagues lately with various decks, so, you know, when we have a chance to get wins, I kind of have to take them. We are on the play. This hand's perfectly reasonable. See if I have to hold up Mana Leak or if I can just get running thick down here. Blackcleave Cliffs, I'm not feeling terrible about okay, what am I grabbing here? I feel like getting running 6 down against a what might be a Death Shadow deck. Nope, in Solaris, so I don't know what's going on here. Might just be Jund. Good old Valky Jund. Okay, looks like they're might be, yep, they're just Jund. Alright. Jund. Yep. Hopefully they don't have a fetch land to go with that, but they probably do. Okay, or they don't. I feel like I just let the Tarmogoyf resolve here. Just hold up path. I feel like we're going to get bloodbirded here. So I screwed up the sequencing here. I'm not sure I can afford to take the extra damage this turn anyway, so... We have Cryptic if we absolutely need it, although it would cost us a good bit of life. Sure. Scavenging Ooze is mildly annoying. See how our opponent chooses to address the situation. Guess we have to start by pathing the ooze. I get to eat the Cryptic command, which is fine. Here comes Uro Claws, here comes Uro Claws, right down Uro Claws lane. I don't, like I said, I don't know if Storm versus whatever is a good matchup. Storm versus 4-color Uro. Okay, sure. Okay, we got a Tarmogoofin. Tarmogoyf's a 4/5. The threat of Ren and Remblem is real, so. Oh wow. I think I'm good with this. Actually, you know, do the thing here. This almost isn't even fair. 8, 10, 16 power exactly. And they're probably sitting on a bunch of kill spells, which is, you know, kind of whatever. Thoughtseize is mildly annoying, not gonna lie there. But maybe looking for a little bit of information, perhaps. Yes, yes, information. Alright, so Jund. Veil of Summer, probably reasonable. Purge, maybe. Gust, not so much. I don't know. EEs seem reasonable. Purges for Lilianas and Wrens seem reasonable. Gust is the one card in this matchup I'm like not quite sure of. Soul Guide Lantern could potentially be okay too in some spots. I'll get down that. A Cryptic. Down a Force of Negation. Bolt's okay. It's not like super exciting, but as a 1-of Bolt's probably fine. I don't want to get punked out by something stupid, but as much spot removal as I'm bringing in, I don't think it's correct to leave Bolt in. Is Teferi actually good? Maybe shave a Teferi. This hand seems a little risky. I don't have any early interaction, but I think against the discard spell deck we just keep whatever hand pretty much. Turn 1, discard spell. What do you take here? Growth Spiral? Because I can't cast the Wrens currently. Yep. Yeah, Liliana hand perhaps. What? Probably want to get the Rogran Triumph, correct? Yeah. No, we want to get the Ketria Triumph. Because we need the whatchamacallit mana. Could try to bluff like a mana leak or something, but it's really just not worth the extra damage. Just gotta hope we draw a Purge to deal with this likely Liliana. Well, that's a little bit worse than Liliana. Feel the dead go. Yeah? Yeah, that's a card. That is an unholy alliance our opponent's got going there. They hit one of our purges, which is quite unfortunate. Could pay the fetch land, but really no no reason to. Yeah, it's particularly good against us here. Guessing they have a Bloodbird Elf in hand, the way they went after Teferi. Because otherwise there's no real reason to attack Teferi at all there yet. Guess we need a purge first and foremost, and then go from there. Alright, we're just going to get Liliana ultimated, and we'll go from there. Don't want to cut too much of our card advantage. To a certain degree. Money, money, money. Gotta get that money, money, money. Hopefully we draw. I meant to have enough islands in play there, but guess we gotta get a little bit lucky off this draw step. That was dumb. Sequencing here was terrible. To be fair, this is the, I don't know. Is it really that hard to decide between Lightning Bolt and Growth Spiral? %, not blocking here if they attack. What would I rather have here? I think our opponent's winning this particular race. Sure. Graveyard's already done most of its damage. Wow. News, we're drawing a cryptic command. Wow. Oh, now that's a series of draws. That is a series of draws. All right. Well, I mean, I'm glad we've gotten up to 6 viewers here, but alas, I am going to call it an evening. Need to get some stuff done before heading to bed here. So, well, thank everybody for hanging out this evening. Sweet Liberties, War Dog, everybody else that's been chilling in chat. I'm going to try to stream more on midnights as well as the morning streams during the weekdays. So we'll see how this balance kind of goes. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out. If you're new to the channel, please consider giving us a follow. If you like modern content, please consider checking out our YouTube's channel. And beyond that, I think I'm going to try to send you guys over to Maven Dragon. And I hope everybody has a good evening. So...